Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Is there anyone actually here?
Oh, I'm not there. I'm here, but I'm not there. Wait.
Oh, yeah, let's get on that.
I'm like, wait, I'm here. Well, I'm not there either, apparently.
I know. I'm like, sorry.
It looks like we are actually the only ones here, which, I guess we can continue having our chat then. Someone will
Well, yeah,
jump.
people will get notifications and show up here. Let me say hello. Oh, hey, Claude. Hello.
Oh, there is someone here? Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
Hello, Claude. How are you doing this evening?
But let's finish our talk. I was telling
We were
JC
just talking
backstage.
about
Hey,
not being
Victoria,
machine.
I was telling JC backstage that I worry that she doesn't give herself enough credit and puts too much pressure on herself to be productive, which our friend Michelle Schusterman did a video recently where she talked specifically about how the productivity problem in our niche is a problem. And like, it's okay if some of us who have some health issues can't keep up. That's all
I mean, I guess part of it is because I spent so much, well, it's not like there were moments when I've had writer's block. I've had bouts of depression where I didn't write anything. So I guess I feel like I've wasted so much time in earlier years during those blocks and those depression periods where I didn't write. And I'm just like, you haven't seen my vlog, so you didn't see where I said I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Oh no, you saw my video. I said it in my mental health video where I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Well, and you say that to me.
Supposed to be in comparison
I know.
to who, though?
I'm 42. I'm supposed to be successful.
Man. Well, no, this is something we have talked about this before. Gwen, I'm going to just real quick remind her of the conversation we've had, and I'm passing it to you. Sorry, this is such the dude talking over the lady. Okay, all I'm going to say is that we talk about this all the time. What do you mean? It's how do you define successful? Because, okay, I don't have...
I'm able to sustain myself and not have to worry about, am I going to be able to pay the rent? Am I going to be able to do this? I'm not saying I want to be, well, obviously I would like to be rich. I wouldn't turn down being rich, but I just want to be able to sustain myself with my writing and not have to do babysitting because I'm old and I'm too old to be really babysitting a baby. It takes a lot of energy out of me, as we talked about, but I have to because it's the only way I can supplement for what writing isn't paying for. I want to be able to not have to do that. I want to be able to say no to certain things because I'm good. That would be successful for me.
I totally get that. All I want, but here's where you are, and this is what I want you to see is where you are, and this is the part I struggle with every day, is trying to be grateful in where I am. And focused on not what's ahead of me that I don't have, but to look around and be really grateful for what I have right now. And one of the things I would say is that,
how many non-writers think we are lazy people? Oh, yes.
We'll circle back to that whole I have.
I have so many people that be like, oh, you don't do anything all day.
But here's the thing. Really? Okay, stop. So, but what I was going to say was you are building a foundation. What I want you to think about is when those moments come where you feel that I wish I could sustain myself. Okay, you can't right now. So here's what we can do. You're building the platform, which you just talked about listening to Kate's episode, her podcast about how much she makes on her doing YouTube. You're building that platform. Keep building it. That every day you do it, you're putting another brick in that foundation. The books, same thing. It's time. You know that game is time and a long tail. So you keep writing, you keep publishing, you keep doing. Same with the blog. All of these things can be monetized. You've got merch now. The more we mention the merch. Did we mention that JC Carpenter has merch? Did you know that, Gwenna?
I did. I've seen it. I haven't had the money to buy it. But I'll support when I can.
Everybody's in a tight spot, so I don't really take that personal.
No.
It's out there.
Then why are you knocking yourself for being in a tight
That's
spot?
what I'm saying. Like, I don't have merch. Like, I can sit here and be like, I haven't even spent the time to get merch, for flip's sake. I haven't done half of this.
People would buy your merch.
Doing. That isn't the point. The point is I haven't even done it. You're not even sitting in the success if you've done the thing. It doesn't matter if someone's buying it or not.
Right.
This is a very aggressive pep talk, and I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think he was finished. I'm sorry, finish.
No, that's all. I'm tired. I'm like,
the baton has been passed.
You gotta be nice to yourself, JC. If you don't love, it's like RuPaul says, if you don't love yourself, why
I do love myself. I do love myself. I spend a lot of time learning how to love myself. Huh?
Yes.
Do I have to close this window? Okay. If this gets too loud, you have to tell me.
Well, I didn't hear anything.
Or I'll move my microphone. Okay. We have a very loud rainstorm happening.
I'm going to take that baton from you, Barrett, real quick, and just say, JC, the only people I know who have money right now are those whose parents had money. Okay? It's the only people I know. And if you think you have money and you're okay and you worked hard for it, I'm sorry. Double check yourself.
Oh, she said, double check yourself. I love Gwyneth. I love you so much. Okay. Stop. I don't know why I'm always so hard on myself.
I don't know either. And I want you to stop it. Because
it's like a defense mechanism. I attack me before anyone else can attack me.
Well, but here's the thing I want you to think about.
High school.
And I'm not trying to go woo-woo on you, but
right.
I do think there is a level of law of attraction.
We're going to circle back to this, Elise.
The more you can live in the space of gratitude for where you are and recognize your own successes, I think you'll continue to attract them. Instead of saying people would buy your merch implies people won't buy yours. Even if that's your reality right now, you already have the merch. I don't even have merch for people to buy. Why are you fluffing me and putting yourself down?
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Just so you know, you're an inspiration. Oh,
here, all of it.
Yep.
Claude,
a lot of people never even finish their first draft.
Don't make me cry, Claude. Oh, the wow.
Maggie's. That's Maggie's merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those are her book series.
I have to check that out.
Oh no. Oh, Maggie, I'm so sorry. So the imposter monster. Yeah,
maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
My goodness. Literally, you created the, what does Sam call it? Hold my raccoon.
I mean, Maggie, you wrote 12 books.
Published.
I'm sorry. Yes, wrote and published. Let me re-clarify. Wrote and published 12 books last year.
Yep.
In 1 year.
I can't see you.
1 year. And circling back.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The first time I told someone that I currently work with, I'm a novelist. I write novels in my spare time. That's what I do. That's why I'm leaving my current job, so I have more time to pursue that. They looked at me like this glaze over their eyes, like, oh, art isn't worth anything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're not being productive enough for society.
That pisses me off so much.
Just like the look on their faces of general disgust. And you always have to counter it with just positivity and peace, man. You're like, what's your favorite story? What's your favorite book? Did that make an impact on you? I'm making that impact on others. Calm yourself.
I usually counter it with, well, where's your book?
Did you finish? Oh, you have a book idea? Tell me about how you're processing that. How are you achieving that goal? Everyone has a book idea. No one will ever finish it unless you actually have the dedication to.
I'm like, you just write books. Well, where's yours? Since I just write books, it's easy for you, right?
Well, there's two things about that. The Venn diagram, I think, of people who say things like that, like, oh, well, writing, you're just lazy, you sit there and write, are the same people who, when they tell a story, people are like falling out of their chairs of boredom, of like, when do you the point of this, Carol? So that's a circle, first of all. Second of all, I think the other thing is people think it's easy a little bit because of the accessibility of self-publishing. Now, I'm not saying self-publishing is bad because of it, but I do think since self-publishing is blown up, there is suddenly this belief that like, oh, you're writing a book. Well, that's the easiest thing ever. Anybody can do that. And it's like, what? No, calm down.
No. When you do it, then come back and talk to me.
Right. So I think it's two like perfect storms combined of the Carols who can't tell good stories and
come from people who play video games all night, which I have done as well. And somehow our choice of activity is silly. Yeah.
I say F them. Who gives a flip what they think?
It's one of those things. I find that a lot of gamers have a good appreciation for a story, right?
Totally.
I mean,
the people with
they
no
have
imagination
story mode in most games now, where someone took the time to create a story mode for the game that they're playing. Like someone wrote that.
Like, exactly.
Speaking of, I wonder, any game people looking for a story? Never mind. I'm not trying to.
Oh, honey, I looked into writing video games. That thing's a whole spiel. Oh my God, it is so much work.
Can we pull up Maggie's 509 comment? Most were already written.
Oh, okay, here we go.
So listen, it doesn't matter. The editing and formatting process. Maggie, I have a draft sitting in a drawer right now that I'm not opening because I'm mentally on a break from myself. So, you know, you still did the editing and formatting. I won't even open the file. So, like, again, like, it's not.
And they were written to edit.
Yeah. So, and again, this is someone who survived a stroke. Just when you think about all
Maggie's amazing.
Yes, all the barriers you overcome and the just positivity and light you bring to the community in general.
Oh my God, right?
Exactly. And my brain
And
is
JC,
more tired than my body.
All the positivity and light you bring to a community. Okay.
Same. Agreed.
I try my best. Sometimes never mind. I'm not going to go there.
There you go. Positive self-talk.
We are going to do it. You know what? This is another video we're going to do, JC, a vlog thing where we're going to do an affirmations thing every single day where you have to say X number of affirmations to yourself every day. And we're going to see at the end of the week how it has changed you as a creator or writer.
I love that.
I love that too. Barrett coming up with all these good video ideas. We might have to get Gwenna in on the first one. You might have to get Gwenna in on the first one too.
Yeah, totally. Well, do we want to talk about it and see what the audience? We can ask people in the crowd, see what they think. So we were talking about sending an alarm clock and keeping our cell phones out of our bedrooms for like a week and going to bed reading, like taking a book into bed to read at night. So no technology in our room and using an alarm clock to wake up instead of our phones. And then that was our challenge, and see how
she had the look on her face that I had when you
and how it might change as a writer. Well, it's because of the addictions to our cell phones, where you're like, I don't want to be away from my cell phone. It's just like
it's not that. It's not that. I was processing like, well, I guess I get paid this Friday, and I'm on vacation right now, so like I could feasibly do it. But I know myself, if I do that during a work week, I'm going to stay up till 3-4 a.m. reading.
Oh, okay. Well, see, reading makes me tired.
We're not doing it right this moment anyway. So
yeah, we're gonna because again, I'm mentally not here.
This is the only time I could do it, is what I'm saying.
Well, okay, we'll talk about it backstage. Maybe you can film your footage, and I'll try to get my brain together in the next few weeks.
I'm already doing an experiment now where I am waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and my phone isn't out of my room, but it's across the room. And normally I sleep with my phone by my bed because it's my alarm clock. Because my actual alarm clock stopped working a long time ago, so I just use my phone. So now it's across the room, so I have to physically get up to shut it off. And I made my alarm clock the most annoying sound of a rooster crowing. It crows like a rooster, which is super annoying at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's amazing. Yes, I love this clock. See, this is what I need, because I think mine's addiction
at all.
What? No,
he doesn't have a cell phone at all.
No,
not
but
he's
like,
how does your family get in? Like,
oh, come on now. It's not your pigeon.
It's not like people have landlines and things like that anymore.
Sure. Email probably. So I guarantee there's probably email because he's got a YouTube channel. So definitely email. Okay. And probably a phone, like a landline, would be my guess, right?
Elise said she would watch that.
Oh, thank you, Elise. We have someone. I want to real quick say hello to Lauren Adele, who popped in.
Yeah, I'm missing.
Gordon up top. Lauren, I wanted to shout out, did a poem for a bunch of us, JC, Morgan, myself. Let's see, Michelle Schusterman did kind of a reaction to it, but a lot of us are talking. Desiree did the poem, but a lot of people are doing some great videos on mental health right now, and Lauren uploaded a poem today. So if anyone's
I gotta go watch that.
Check it out. It was really good. Sorry.
Okay, I submitted my video to Mountain of Authors and got an interesting email back. A guy who denied me told the woman booking guest I only had one book set in Colorado.
She has multiple.
Oh,
there we go.
Not 3 series. Oh.
How you can tell some guy actually didn't look at your books.
Yeah. Yeah, either that or he's a butt face and he tanked you on purpose.
Not 5 a.m. This is why I chose 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't get up that early.
But 6 o'clock your time is 4. I guess it's 4 a.m.
No, it's 5 for you, right? 6 my time is 5 for you. Yeah, I thought about the 5 a.m. I can't do it.
Well, I tried to get JC to come. Oh, Gwenna, maybe you will come on with me. I'll talk to you about that too afterward.
Okay.
But goodness, it's early. What time zone are you in, Gwenna?
Eastern.
Okay, you might want to do this then. I'll talk to you off. Okay.
Hold on, what? Oh, okay.
You already said no
I
because
love
it was
a good
6
side
a.m.
plot.
I have a worldwide write-a-thon
Oh.
stream,
Oh.
social stream, not a productivity. And I'm looking
Oh,
for
yeah, that's
co-hosts. And
super
JC
early.
was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it. It's 6 a.m. Eastern." So I have a 6 a.m. Eastern time slot. So if you would like to join, you're more than welcome, Gwenna.
Hold on, wait a minute. It's on a Saturday?
It's on a Sunday. It's on your Sundays, which is why I didn't think you'd want to
I
do
don't
it.
do
Because,
Sundays anymore.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because we're friends and I know you.
I am good at 6 a.m. I can hop up for 6 a.m.
Gwenna, you're on the list. I'm going to put you on as soon as we get off of here.
You have a cell phone.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'll send you some information to give you all the news. It's going to be fun.
Okay, well, you still have a landline, so that's okay. It's different. I had to get rid of my landline because I was paying for it for no reason.
You know, that's interesting as well. Like, there might be a generational difference there because I couldn't get my first job unless I had a cell phone they could contact me at. Like, part of the clock in and clock out was through your cell phone.
No way. Hey, we were just talking about your poem. No
even
way.
if you had a landline?
Yeah, no, because my first job was at a pool company. And so we had to call in from our cell phone every time we arrived to clock in and clock out via our cell phone every time.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
this
so
is
you weren't
definitely
hired unless you had a
generational
cell phone.
because when I was like getting my first job, I mean, my cell phone looked like a brick.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean, it was a flip phone, but you still had to call.
No, it
My
wasn't even
first
a
job,
flip.
we had
It was Nokia, and all you could change
I
was like the
loved my
face of
Nokia.
it, and it was like this long.
Like a real Nokia brick.
I wish I had it.
Victoria Rice says
really
she tried that.
fun.
It worked for a few months, but I suggest putting more limits on when you can and can't look at the phone. Eventually, I just grabbed my phone from the other room immediately.
So this is good to know, Victoria, because I was telling JC I've been setting some limits on myself. So like the first 2 hours I wake up in the morning, the only thing I can open on my iPhone is messages and Apple News. And that's been amazing because it's kept me from checking socials and stuff, and it's really helped with my mental health and helped me like do stuff in the morning, like actually do things.
If I wasn't babysitting, that's exactly how I would be too. I'd be winning if I got up before 10 a.m.
No, you're kidding me. Seriously?
Well, but remember, I used to go to bed before I was babysitting. I used to go to bed at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So because I go to bed so late, of course I'm gonna wake up later because
my little old self has had dinner at 5 and in bed by 9:30.
And did you just sound like a grandma when you said
he did?
Yeah, that's a night out like me.
See.
I will say, since quitting my job as a manager, and my last Friday, most of my phone has been on Do Not Disturb. Hi. And it's been such a peaceful thing. Just to not have people, hi, Morgan, blowing up my phone all the time.
Oh, yeah. No, totally.
It's so nice.
It is nice. And then you get those people who are like, you didn't answer your phone. You didn't text me back. Or you didn't answer your phone. I'm like, you do realize I'm not by my phone every moment of the day, right? A prime.
Yeah. I mean, they were something else. Hey.
My best friend gets upset when
Sorry, we'll sprint soon. We've been talking too long.
I'm sorry. My best friend gets upset. He was like, oh, wait a minute. Thank you for, he's like, you didn't answer your phone. I'm like, I'm not by my phone like I was in the other room. Like, oh my God. Well, Barrett, I told you about my best friend. Yeah. So he's a bit of a narcissist. A little bit. Oh yes, I had a pager. I remember the pagers.
Yes, I had the pager too. I thought it was so cool.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting to the end. I'm almost there. Went to sleep at 9:30 and get up at 5. Oh, I can't get up at
5:05 is too early, Maggie. But 5:30 to 6 is my magic time.
I don't know if you watched. What's that? Struffless?
I don't.
But he did a video about replacing social media with micro journaling for a year and had some good insights. I'm doing a masterclass now where she's actually making me want to journal. I'm doing Amy Tan's masterclass. Amy Tan, the author of Joy Luck Club. Yeah, I'm doing her masterclass, and she's actually making me want to journal, and I don't ever remember wanting to journal. I'm like,
I've been an avid journaler since I was a kid. Like I've always loved it. But recently I've been looking into microjournaling. So if y'all got any good app recommendations, drop them in the comments because I would love to get into that. Hi, Vixen. Hi, Nia.
Hi, Nia. Okay, we're gonna go right to a sprint. Nia, you came just in time.
Yes, let's sprint.
Love what 5 a.m. wake. The child would wait until 8, but he wakes whenever I.
Oh, Eva. R.I.P. bedtime.
Okay. All right. Add this to the stream.
Yes, we could, Maggie. We could. I'll message you. We'll let me get out of this week because I'm getting ready to go out of town for family stuff. But then yes, let's do one. That'd be fun. I love it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start the timer. 3, 2, 1. Yay. That is time. How did everyone do? What did you do?
I ate a brownie.
Ooh.
Some carrots and ranch that Ricky
Hold on,
had.
wait a minute. A brownie and carrots. Okay.
So I went for the brownie first because Ricky had left some from what he had gotten yesterday. And he was like, you never ate the brownie. And he's trying to clear out the fridge. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll eat it. And then he was
such a pain.
Such a hardship, right?
Right. I really fell on that. He eating carrots and ranch. And I was like, oh, okay. So while we were chatting about dinner, I was like, oh, this is good. So that was me. That's what I did. And then I came back and watched someone make lasagna on YouTube because I first watched Maggie making pot stickers and YouTube served me up someone making lasagna. And then I went down a rabbit hole of cooking videos.
And then we didn't help that we were talking about dinner in the
I know, right.
Oh, I got no, Gwen, what did you do? I'm sorry.
I updated my query tracker, so I just hit 50 queries sent. So I am finding another 10 to 20 more to do for my next batch. So
yay!
Love to hear it.
Awesome. I typed up I'm starting to type up my outline now so that I don't wait until I completely write the whole handwritten outline out. So I'm typing up my outline and hopefully it jogs some more ideas.
There you go.
And
you're the one who was actually on task.
I know.
Yeah. I'm like, Gwen and I are both doing well, I guess I was really not doing admin work, but Gwen was like doing admin work, brownie.
I still work. Oh, well, brownie is not still well, technically you were
I was not thinking about writing at all.
Okay. Okay.
I kept saying, like, wow, this really is good. It's this local place with a brownie and then a cookie on top. Like it's together. And then they put this sauce on it. It's like a ganache, but it's like liquid. It's not like thick. I don't know. I can't describe it. It's just
like an icing.
It's like a thinner, it's like a sauce consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds
it's
really
not thick like ganache would be. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know how to describe it. It just
Congrats, Desiree.
Yeah.
Desiree got 552 new words.
Nailed it.
Also shoot out brownie and carrot to cleanse the brownie. Took one for the team.
I sure did. Always happy to, friends. Happy to.
Took that brownie for the team. The brownie.
Thank you. Because she does this at my dinner time, and I'm an old man, and I like to eat dinner at 5. And she always starts right at my dinner time. And so it's like,
oh, that's nice. Yeah, I just saw her video with the cover reveal thing the other day. Named my main character's parents and started writing about their parenting styles.
Yay.
Awesome. And what are their parenting styles, may I ask? Okay, I'm just wondering. Wrote 200 words for wait a minute, am I reading that right? Wait a minute.
On Seek, the cursed unicorn.
Cursed unicorn.
I love a good cursed unicorn.
Me too.
I love a good unicorn. Sent CCW messages to possible participants. Nice. Admin.
Hi, Regina.
Oh, Regina. Now my goddaughter wants me to teach her to make pierogies too. Ooh.
It's addictive. You can, because there's something about it that's like good music and she's making things and it makes me think I could make the things, but then I really don't. But I sometimes order whatever she's making. Like I'll be like, oh, you know what? We're going to have dumplings tonight. So, yeah.
Ooh, dumplings. Okay, I just must be really hungry. Morgan Lee got some work done on my re-outline. You're outlining again?
Proud of you.
Did she finish the third? Did you finish the third draft, Morgan?
No. I think she's working on the outline for 3. I just think she's got some new like energy into it. So yeah, way to go. All good energy.
Yay! Working on a blurb for the worldwide run.
Yes. Why is it always so hard? Because it's like, what are we doing? You guys know what we're doing. We're coming and we're going to talk a little bit and we're going to write a little bit. Like, how am I going to make that fun?
We're going to do the things. We're going to do the things. I think I will make chicken cauliflower pierogies and
lamb and cabbage.
Lamb and cabbage. Now that sounds very. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry.
Ambitious.
Yeah, but she'll do it. I mean, that's the thing. She'll do it and make it delicious. I don't know Oh,
Currently
always a good
eating
option.
dinner. Found a Chinese takeout. Ooh.
I've taken that bullet too. Like, it's going to cause me to flare, but you know what? I'm going to bleed and I'm going to enjoy it.
Children of the ooh.
True. What?
On.
I was about to lie and tell everybody you were like out without power somewhere, without service. I thought you were out in the cabin, unable to join.
No, we leave Friday, so tomorrow I'm gonna be like in the kitchen cooking. And be old school. Pots don't burn
My
on
heart's
kitchen.
so
No.
happy. The gang is back.
Such a nice surprise.
Yes, what a
Hello.
surprise.
All right, Barrett.
Welcome to my
you have to
cousin's
be here.
room.
Your what room?
My cousin's room.
Oh.
If I fall out of my chair.
We know it's
Uh-oh.
his tip game.
I'm here, so it's possible.
Victoria's telling her.
Oh, I love it.
She's telling us the parenting style of
Nitpicky.
her mom is quite nitpicky, perfectionistic, and her dad is more understanding and carefree. It's usually the other way around. That's interesting. They're both doing the best they can, but failing. Oh, I feel like I'm failing at parenting all the time anyway. But
Not alone.
we're watching. My thoughts when watching baking videos. Yeah,
Tiffany can actually bake. When we get together in person, I'm gonna bake and film it so people can see it of me learning to bake with Tiffany. That'll be our.
That's part of what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm making pizza crust, French bread,
Yep. Want all of it.
and
Ooh,
make it all.
possibly regular bread.
I
Yep,
love
let's do it
French
all.
bread.
Let's do it
I
all.
love
I'm not
bread.
carb, but I'm
I love
love.
carbs.
Me too. Bring on the carbs.
I really wish I could bake some bread.
Mama Maggie. I still have not messaged you, Mama Maggie. I'm so sorry. We've
Or
been,
Nia. Did you
like,
message
summoned
Nia?
everywhere. I haven't
Did
messaged.
you
You're
message
not in
Nia?
Colorado. Are you in
Huh?
Colorado? You're not in Colorado.
Oh no, I meant I'm sorry, you were talking about being in Colorado.
Oh.
I meant messaging Nia about hooking up with one of her streams. I'm sorry.
You know what? I have to say, Nia, and I got it right today. She is a doll, and my cousin up here has a story idea that he kind of wants to work on, him and his brother, and they have it all kind of everywhere. And so Nia was lovely enough to take time yesterday and show us how she organizes her stories and like puts everything together. And like he got all excited and giddy, and eyes got huge, and
Aww.
so I'm thinking he might be able to put everything together. Who knows? We may have a comic from my cousin, from my little baby cousin.
I love
I
that.
love that.
So yes, so I have lots of thanks for Miss Nia.
Yeah,
She even let me call her Nina like 3 times while we were on the stream.
Yes. I don't know how I didn't catch it. I must have I don't know if my audio wasn't. I couldn't
I
hear
don't
it.
think I ever caught it either.
Well, no, we were on live streams where it happened, and I'm like, did I miss something? So I must have. I don't know. Sorry, I would have helped Tiffany. You know, I would let you go down that.
It's a
Sorry.
thing.
Oh, bless.
It's a thing.
I'm so glad to
How
see
are
you,
you,
friend.
Tiffany?
I'm good. It's been a fun few days. We've eaten, we've gone places. I actually got back from Red Robin a little earlier today. So let's just be glad I'm awake because they almost put me into a food coma. I finished the first round of edits on my book.
Yeah.
Although now I'm putting it through Pro Writing Aid, so I still have 2 more chapters left to go through Pro Writing Aid. And let's see, I've also cooked.
You also what?
I cooked. I made. My family has an air fryer, and they've never made chicken wings in the air fryer.
What?
And so I made them.
I want an air fryer.
That's what you bought the air fryer for.
I
Yeah,
know, you would think that I just introduced them to the most amazing thing ever because they were like, "What?"
I want an air fryer so bad.
Oh, if you don't have one by Christmas, this gay family's gonna send you one.
Oh, I can already tell you I'm not gonna have one by Christmas, but
we'll get you one this Christmas.
Yes, we'll make sure you have
Santas are coming because you need an air fryer.
For last Christmas,
I've
I
heard
told
of
my
all
husband,
the things that can be cooked in there, and I'm just like,
everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Just miracle little things.
Yes.
Last Christmas, I told my husband, you can get me air fryer, you can get me 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, or you can get me jewelry. And that's it.
What do you choose?
Air fryer.
Every
Because you
time.
can benefit from
Smart
that
man.
one.
Dang, my
So,
options are usually you can get me books or an Amazon gift card so I can buy books. That's usually my gift list. And my birthday's coming. That's always what I tell people for my birthday. Actually, this year I probably would tell somebody you can give me a dog, but that's a little expensive.
That's a financial investment.
Oh
yeah.
From a shelter. But anyway, books is usually my
I don't have
my
the
listing.
self-control to wait till Christmas to get books. I see a book I want, and it's like my budget goes out the window. Like my bills, my rent.
Here's my credit card. Right.
I'm over here racking up books in my cart. Like, I want to get this for my birthday. I'm gonna buy myself some books for my birthday because no one ever listens to me when I say I want books for my birthday. They think I'm lying. Like, you can't possibly want books for you. Yes, I really do.
Yes, I do.
So I rode this struggle bus, Desiree, that you were on in my tiny, tiny kitchen in Tower Grove, had like a half a piece of counter space. And I made a shelving unit to put all my stuff on, ran a new electrical outlet so I could get to that bad boy. And let me just tell you, when you use it the first time, you're never looking back. You'll find counter space, you'll hang it from the ceiling. Like, you're going to figure it out because it's that handy. Like,
you can get a wire rack on Amazon big enough to support it for $20. Yeah. And which is what we had to do.
Will I not have to cook in the oven as much anymore?
Oh, totally.
You won't.
Yes.
And it takes half the time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want one.
And if you are not sure how to use it, there is a woman. I will look her up and put the name in the chat. But I think I learned almost all of my stuff from her. And she does like all these different like unique like meal prep ideas in the air fryer, and it's just amazing.
Oh, the dream.
Love
my air. See, everybody has an air fryer.
The food club should be the name of our
here.
Margaret. I want to try fixing some real French fries, like cut up the potatoes and fixing them in the air fryer. Oh. Yeah, I always want books.
My mom's a books person too.
My favorite air fryer recipe is actually homemade French fries, but instead of like seasoning salt, we'll put Slap Your Mama on them. It's so good.
Hold up, what? Put what?
Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. Have you guys? You haven't had Slap Your Mama seasoning?
No.
If it's spicy, then I haven't. I wouldn't have it.
It is spicy.
It is very spicy, but it's good.
It's very good.
I'm willing to try a little Slap Your Mama. I mean, God rest her soul.
I have to order it, but I'll get some for you. I'll get some for you because you're getting me tea.
You know what? I made tea this morning, and I was like, oh, I forgot to take Barrett the tea before I left St. Louis because it's still sitting in my house.
We'll see each other when you get back.
Your tea's hanging out.
Wait, you should say I need a separate retirement account.
Yes, you do.
For books and champagne.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I need another bookshelf. I was just looking at my living room earlier, and I was like, I need another bookshelf. I just don't have anywhere to put it. Because I'm doing now what I hate doing, which is stacking books in front of books.
No way, that's cool. Did you guys know this for self-pub?
What?
So Regina says on Amazon, looking at one of her book pages, they have the buy the first 5 in the series button.
Wow.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I gotta get 5 first, but that's hard.
Well, you're right. Yeah, well,
right.
Yeah, right. But Regina,
that's amazing, Regina. Oh yeah, Regina has a lot of books.
Oh, now see, I love the pressure cooker too. It's the other thing I love.
The electric pressure cooker.
Old school were scary.
I just stole a pressure cooker from my previous job so that I can heat my hot stones in them for massage.
Proud of you. Proud of you.
They're not going to miss it.
Fabulously
no one there does
frugal.
hot stones.
That's her name. Fabulously frugal. I don't know if you can see it, but
that's the woman who does like the $5 5-person meals, right?
Sometimes, but she does all the different healthy air fryer recipes that are easy and yummy and 10 ways to do your air fryer. Like she's got like air fryer mistakes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about healthy.
That's how I've learned how to make all of my air fryer stuff.
My air fryer is used for some unhealthy items. Like, for example, did you know you can take In-N-Out fries or curly fries and
she just put it up
in the air fryer?
I think she just put it up yesterday.
I'm gonna have to go.
Oh no! Bye, Savion. I hope everything's okay.
Oh no! I hope everything's okay.
It's a tough mental health time for people. So
Regina, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Regina, you won't regret it.
No, Richard. No.
I am not against.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes,
I've seen people,
except for the fact that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
Cook pizza in the air fryer, so I don't know. Maybe.
Quinna.
I like
belongs on pizza. It does.
I'm a pineapple on pizza person too.
Fruit does not belong on.
Secret, Margaret. I won't tell.
Oh my gosh!
Good spicy. Yes.
Spicy. Mm-hmm.
Air fryer French. See, that's what I want to try.
Ooh, but look at the spices.
I know, garlic, salt, parsley. Okay, I need an air fryer.
Yes.
Well, can I just tell you, I made the chicken wings 2 days ago, and this morning my cousin apparently was still thinking about them because he made waffles, and he went, "See, we need more of chicken wings so we can have chicken and waffles."
Okay, so am I the only one who just doesn't get the whole chicken and waffles thing?
No, I don't either. Don't feel bad. I do not.
I understand the whole sweet and salty thing. I do. But the chicken
and the texture. It's also the texture thing. It's like crunchy. You should have crunchy, right? I'm not trying to get some soggy chicken. That's nasty.
Oh, well, God.
But if you have crunchy and the pancake is spongy.
I've tried it. I just don't.
This side.
How do you not like chicken and waffles?
No,
I don't. No, I don't like my chicken with my waffles. I don't like my waffles with my chicken.
It's savory and sweet.
It's perfect.
And I don't put my bacon or my sausage with my waffle either.
Not chicken and waffles. I do like. No.
You know what? If y'all ever come by Atlanta, let me know.
I gotta check this out.
The Ninja Foodie?
Ninja Foodie.
Yeah, I don't have the Ninja Foodie.
I don't have the Ninja Foodie, but that is on the list.
Okay, I'm gonna start rolling
look for it. I bet they have it at Costco.
Because I just realized how many comments I'm
like. Barrett, do you have a Costco card?
Yes, of course. Come.
Okay.
I don't have remember, we only have one car. So when Ricky goes to work, it's just me. So when you want to go, come get me. That's an easy go.
Mike and I were just talking about that because I was like, I always think about buying a Costco card, but it's so far away.
Oh yeah,
and like all my family has Sam's, but sometimes I'm tempted to see what Costco has.
Listen, Costco.
It's okay, Desiree. I still love you.
Target. If Walmart is to Sam's Club, like Costco is to Target. Like that's the different of how I explain it to people. It's like it's just a little different level.
Costco to Target. Okay.
Okay. No, the aisles are a little wider and it's a little cleaner. It's a little less packed. It's a little.
Yes, we are.
It's a little less Sorry.
Like me and Gwen are still friends too. I don't
listen.
Care.
Even though she doesn't like chicken and waffles and she doesn't like pineapple on her pizza, we still love JC.
I know, and she's so opinionated about the pineapple. She's like, "I hate you. You're off my stream forever." And I'm
every time.
Okay, when have I ever said that?
No, I know. But I just.
To each his own. I'm just not I don't.
Wait. What is this? Hold on.
Pineapple powered pot and ham. Mama Maggie.
What?
I'm willing to try that.
I will make Ricky get in the car and go fetch it.
I'm not with the pineapple either, but I am willing to try that. Yeah.
I also don't believe chicken belongs on pizza either.
Real question.
You kind of lost me there.
This pot sticker, is it going to be steamed or fried?
I feel like it's got to be.
Wait,
steamed,
I'm sorry. Why did I missed the
pot
question.
Sticker? Will it be steamed or fried?
Oh, can I do both? Can I have one of each? Can we try one of each and then I'll decide? I don't want to be stuck to one or the other.
One of each.
We know we're going to like the fried ones better. Why limit ourselves?
So we'll just have the steamed ones first. So we'll save the best for last.
Pep talk to start. Yeah. Foodie talk to middle.
Ooh, beans on toast, yes.
I'm not sure if I understand the beans on toast thing conversation.
She said that's hilarious. His romance pen name.
Chili beans on cornbread.
Yes, chili beans on cornbread.
Chili beans on cornbread. Yes,
chili
I'm there.
I'm also
was that Richard that said he needed a crane when he went to Mama
Maggie's?
Maggie's?
Taken over your stream.
It's okay. I also just got that look from Barrett. I didn't forget when I said
this was my question. So right here, JC, have you had the CPK one though? The barbecue chicken pizza from CPK, California Pizza Kitchen.
I don't like chicken. I don't believe chicken belongs on pizza. I don't
like CPK.
I just, I'm sorry. First of all, chicken was not. I'm sorry.
It was the passion.
No, chicken just doesn't belong on pizza.
I'm sorry, we disconnected.
Okay.
I couldn't hear you.
I don't know. I think I might be able to change your opinion, JC, because I
don't. I really don't. I'm adamant that chicken. It's just certain things that, for me, does not belong on a pizza. I like chicken just fine. It does not belong on pizza.
Because
I've
always heard like
sauceless
the way I learned about it.
chicken pizza. That is awesome.
It does not.
Is this one you make, Tiffany?
Because it's chicken.
I like Bear's face. He was like, "What was that again?"
Pray tell, is this one you make?
Yes, it is a sauceless garlic and olive oil chicken pizza with like chicken, green peppers.
I'm available.
I love you anyway, Richard. I love you anyway.
I'm available as soon as you're back. I'll try. You know what? I'll try it first and let you know.
It's not even about the taste of the chicken. It's just for me. I see chicken and pizza. They don't go together for me. Chicken does not belong on pizza.
Pizza's a lot like sex, though. Like everyone's into different things, and kinks are okay.
And I'm not. Yeah, but Barrett disappeared on me. Like he just went completely.
No, I disappeared because of the CPK. I disappeared because of the CPK because I was just like, wait a minute, blasphemy. We hate CPK now. What's CPK ever do to you?
I don't hate CPK. I'm just not their biggest fan.
Oh, fair. Let's just be honest. If I'm going to pay $18 for a pizza, like it needs to be, and that's a small, then it needs to be amazing. Oh, you know what? Okay, this is one thing Sam's Club does have going for them. Speaking of buffalo chicken pizza, they do have a buffalo chicken pizza from Sam's that's like their carry out and bake. That's fire. Delicious. But
I haven't done the white Alfredo sauce, but I do want to try that. Yes.
I'll help you try that too, Tiffany.
Aaron is gonna have to stay at my house for like a week.
I'll just
move in. Gwenna, we do need pizzas like sex.
Ricky in the pop, you'll be
merch because that was great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we really should do another
Is it my fault that we haven't sprinted yet? Because I showed up and just dropped in the middle.
No. We sprinted.
Richard sent us on a downward spiral about pizza.
So, we did one. Oh, bless.
So, yeah. Thank you, Richard.
Oh, didn't even think of that, Margaret. Oh, no, Buffalo, New York. It's because buffalo chicken wings were created in Buffalo, New York. Butter and hot sauce.
Really?
That's why it's Buffalo. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I look at the history every day.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a great trivia round. I was on it. I was right.
Richard said no sprints, chatty stream only. He just wants a chatty stream. Well, we may have this one final sprint and chat for the rest of the time. I mean, you never know. We're gonna see, but we're gonna do one more sprint at least, Richard. Sorry. And 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so all right, my internet had did a thing.
Did a bad
And
thing.
it froze as I was stopping the timer. I was like, what's happening?
I'm just gonna say muted because he's vacuuming.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he finishes vacuuming.
What did y'all do?
Yes, what did y'all do?
I
did
got
some
2 or
editing.
3 people added to the list, and then I wrote about 200 words on my work in progress. So
Ooh.
a little bit of both.
I typed up a couple of bullet points. I got distracted with
Couple of
something.
bullet points. You got something done?
Yes, ma'am. Tiffany, what did you do?
I did some editing.
Editing.
More. Okay. So I don't know how I feel about this pro writer thing, because on one hand it tells me possible misuse of comma, and I take the comma out, and then it tells me missing comma in the exact same spot.
That feels like the word like automatic one. I
Right.
haven't tried that one, but I did try its competitor for a little while because we were going to do, or they had approached me about doing a video next year. So I was trying out the product for 90 days, and I really liked their competitor, Grammarly. So
Oh.
I would say look at that one because it was very nice, and it worked across all products. Like it was in my text messages everywhere, so it was nice.
I really liked how Pro Writing Aid like graded what reading level it was at, and then you could compare it to like different authors. Does Grammarly do that?
No.
Ah.
No.
Oh, I didn't know you could compare it to different authors. I
If
saw
you go
the
in your
grade
settings. Yeah, if you go in your settings, you can like select a couple different authors to compare yourself against.
Oh.
I really liked it.
Well, now I want to go look at
comparisons, please.
Oh,
happy birthday, sister!
Oh, happy birthday!
So you just left her after she opened
When
free to leave.
When you've reached your family time limit, you've reached it.
That's the
This
truth.
is true. This I don't even like most of my family, so I mean,
yeah,
I love them, but you know.
Oh, true. Yeah, Margaret and I were on earlier. She was like, "Is that the dog?" And I think she thought it was something. But it was her walking. Like paws are so loud because she's heavy.
Word gives the grades.
If you pay for it, yeah.
Oh, okay. But not the comparison. I use the free Grammarly and it works on my Dabble Writer app, which is convenient.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Enjoyed it.
No comparison, please. No comparisons, please. Grammarly comes with my Window Office suite.
Oh.
I pay for that every year.
No, really?
Right. I'm like, I didn't know that either.
I mean, it could be the way she's getting it. You know what I mean? It could be whatever her access point is as a giveaway or a freebie.
And Margaret, I think that's for you, Tiffany, for you to check out later, or for anyone who wants to see the video.
Oh, Nick. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay.
And wait, did I miss?
I love my family, but hearing my dead name gets old. So when
baby,
I run fast, and
I got you.
Can only imagine.
They dead name you? Oh, baby.
I'm so sorry, Nick.
Ricky's family shitty too. I can say that because he's back. Can't hear
it. Masterful at dipping out with nobody.
That's me.
Yeah.
I keep hearing about PW, but I had such a struggle. Oh, Pro Writer 8 with Scrivener that I am intimidated by learning a new program.
I think the key with Pro Writing Aid is like keep the segments that you post in like 5,000 words and below. Because if you try to like upload big chapters, it like freaks out on you. It's like, this is too big. Are you sure you want to edit all this?
And
I think that's why I've been doing per chapter.
Yeah,
I've been putting it in per chapter. So yeah.
Margaret asked during the sprint, "Has anyone seen Watchmen?" She's not talking about the movie. She's talking about the show. Yeah, with
I haven't watched it yet, but it is on my list.
It's good.
I watched it. It did take me a couple of episodes to get into, but I think my friend explained that it's because I haven't followed along with the comics that it goes along with.
Right.
So they said if you don't follow along with the comics, you're going to struggle trying to get into watching it. But I mean, I did enjoy it after I managed to actually like got into it, and he explained some things about what was going on. I was like, oh, okay, now I can follow along.
I had to do that with Sense8 with one of my friends the other day. I was like, listen, you just got to get through the first episode and it all makes sense after that.
I love that show. I was so mad when they canceled that. Like, I needed a better ending than that.
I wanted to throw hands. I wrote a letter. I'm probably one of the reasons that that they made a second season, or they made a wrap up, because when I heard the cancellation, I wrote a very strongly worded email about representation and the importance of that.
There's so much great representation in that show, and yes,
Now, hold on, what show is this?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Right, I got caught at the 900.
Baby, that's close to $1 million.
Wait, is this like a Lord of the Rings type of book?
Right.
I don't even know if Lord of the Rings is
I imagine this is multiple books.
So just so we're
clear,
the King James has 737,000 words. Just so we're
you
clear.
wrote more words in the
Bible.
Bible.
Biblical.
For one series? Okay, but it's a series, so it's not.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a series.
Technically, isn't the
better.
Bible?
She wrote 9 books. That's 100,000 words a book.
Well, that's I can understand that.
That's doable. We've probably all seen it or done it, but wow.
I mean, I typically write 100,000 words per book, and then you edit down to like 90.
I have a book that's like 90,000.
Okay, so she'd going by your theory.
Do I overwrite?
120,000.
No,
I am an overwriter.
It just depends on your genre, right? I mean, for fantasy, sci-fi, or like totally fine. I think if you were writing like romances at 100,000 words, I think Regina Duke would be like, you may want to cut those down a little bit. So I think it just depends on what you're writing. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It is for the Relic of Time and Shadows War series, and I still have 2 books to write.
Wow.
Okay, so Millwordy is your whole series. Millwordy is your series.
Jenna's comment beneath this.
I wanted to throw heads. I wrote a letter.
You know what? I'm gonna kick her ass. So I wrote a really strong email.
I do that for everything, though. Like, I'm that Karen that writes emails.
It was a pointed email.
Like, who do I have to write? Who do I gotta write to?
We need that on a shirt too.
Oh
my gosh! Like who? How do
I had
a
really awful teacher the other day who spoke down to students. It was just like really derogatory and demeaning, and it's like for an adult education class that's like unacceptable. Before her class was over, I had that email typed up and sent.
Listen, I tell people this all the time. If anybody is in here as a student, Savion, you're in here, you're a student. If you're not filling out those evaluations at the end of those classes, that's a missed opportunity. Let me just tell you, when I was a professor, they impacted my evaluations, but also I got a professor fired when I was in my master's program because of getting my whole class together and being like, this is unacceptable. We pay too much money for this trash. And he was gone after I had pictures of him with his feet up on the desk when he was supposed to be instructing us with like the PowerPoint behind him. I was like, sir, your shoes are on my desk and we've crossed a line. There are socks on my desk. At one point, Tiffany, his toe was touching my monitor of my laptop because and there was assigned seat. So I couldn't move. He sat me there. I said, sir, I am 35
Tiffany has a thing with feet, doesn't she?
Yes, I don't like feet.
But I knew that. I knew that look.
I am not okay with it.
Not okay.
And I was like, this gentleman should not be here. That is not acceptable.
It took 5 years and now I'm editing. Woo, Maggie,
listen.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Just opening
That's
that file
work.
would have made me cry. 90,000 words. I just would have been like,
I mean, well, Elise says her sci-fi is between 80 to 100,000 each.
That's what I heard was normal, which is why when y'all were like 90,000,
I was that is.
Okay.
But did you also get
that was for you, Barrett? I think that was for your story.
The foot.
Did you get Mia's 100K on just
world
building?
Yeah, world
building.
building.
World building. I'm like,
that's just world building. That's not even the story.
That's what she was showing us yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Good. See, ours did not. And for any of my classes, if I got more than 50%, that was good. Like they were impressed if I could get more than half my kids to fill it out.
Wow.
Yeah. Unless they hate you, because that's the thing. It's the ones that hate you that want to fill it out. So if only half are doing it, you're already in trouble.
I don't think I ever did the surveys. Although I liked most of my professors, so maybe that's why I didn't do them.
I did them.
I think they're important.
I had one professor back in the middle of winter where I filled out a survey. I was like, she's lazy. She's not coming to class on time. She's saying that, this PowerPoint isn't important. And why are we learning this? And like, if she's not passionate about the material, why is she even showing up? You know what I mean? Yep. Like we're learning a trade. If you're not passionate about helping people, why are you showing up? Right. Yeah. And I don't know what happened over like January, February, March, but something flipped in her. And now she's an excellent professor. So on the most recent course eval, I was like, totally different professor. She's doing great. Love it. Nothing but positive feedback.
It means something in her personal life was going wrong before. Yeah. Not saying that that's an excuse, but maybe something got better, or maybe she realized she needed to reevaluate some things.
Well, let me give you this. So that my MBA was 2015, 2016 was my class when we were in school. And not a long time ago, but one of the things they changed about the program was one of our people that came in to talk to us about resumes, which as if people that were sitting there getting an MBA needed a resume class, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, this woman comes in and is talking about best practices for interviews and starts talking about hairstyles and mentions the ones that aren't acceptable, like locks, for example.
No.
Yes. So that was one where we did a ton. We were all like, nope, we're filling out this survey. Well, she was gone. And the next class after us had a new person, a facilitator that came in and handled that class. Because again, but that's what happens when people don't fill out the survey. Or, you sit there and you cringe and you go, oh, that's awful. And then everybody leaves. No, sit back down and fill it out. Tell them no, unacceptable. Bye.
Yeah. The one I was telling you about where we sent an email before the end of the class with that one, she came back to teach another of our classes because they didn't have anyone else to cover. And this most recent time, we were going through a slideshow, and the links on the slideshow were about metabolism because we're in a health sciences course this time. Mm-hmm. And all they showed was white athletes until they talked about how the body processes during starvation and famine, cut shot to Black people.
Oh, really?
Right back to white people and white athletes right after. And I know it wasn't her choice to do that, but to say everyone noticed, and we were all like, no.
But it was her choice to show it, though. Right. She saw it before she showed it, didn't she? And still made the choice to show it anyway.
Another thing that we all talked about, we were like, yeah, that's unacceptable. It's just not acceptable. This is 2022.
I have to, oh, wow.
Who told the class not to use adverbs and adjectives?
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't like any of that.
I mean, was that for a specific experiment or just the whole entire class?
For
like over the whole course.
Right.
Okay.
Savion's comment above that real quick. I was Baptist too. My mom went to a Baptist university. So I'm a fallen Baptist. But grew up in the faith. So I read that report that came out this week.
Ooh. I was Baptist, but I went to a Nazarene school. So
I know. I don't quite understand. Do you 10 out of 10 recommend?
Huh?
Do you 10 out of 10 recommend the Nazarene Baptist school or no?
Well, okay, let's see. I went to a Nazarene school. I went to a non-denominational school. I grew up Southern Baptist until my parents split, and then we went to Missionary Baptist. But my mother played piano, so therefore she also played for a Catholic church, a Lutheran church, a Methodist church, a Presbyterian church,
like a potluck dinner of religion.
Yes. Right? Pentecostal, and there was one other one I can't remember. So literally, I am the biggest non-denominational person you will ever find. because I'm like, I've been in almost all of them,
like,
and they're all basically telling me the same thing.
Right.
My father hopped religions a lot growing up, so I've got a weird backstory with religion that'll probably need like its whole
own stream.
Whole
His
entire
own stream.
stream. Oh,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
we just need a whole entire stream for that.
My
then.
husband grew up Pentecostal, Savion.
Mhm.
So many stories we could tell.
Oh yeah.
For my rebellious phase, I went to church. I did that.
I listen. I loved my church growing up. It was my community. There was a little sexual harassment thing that
I was a little confused religion wise growing up because I was in a Catholic private school, so of course we're taught the Catholic religion or whatever and their practices. And my mother, we as a family, we went to a Methodist church, AME Zion, something like that. But I mean, my mother was a little bit of a hypocrite anyway. But so that's besides the point. There's a whole nother story.
Another story.
But the differing practices always confuse me because the Catholic religion is all about it seems like more of their focus is on Mary. They have a whole statue for her, and Mary is the biggest statue in the church. So it's like, I mean, I understand she's the mother of Jesus, but
you know, my sister's in an eco-feminist cult now, and she goes to church with the Catholics.
She's what?
My sister's in an eco-feminist cult, and
now
now she goes to church with Catholics.
Yeah, I thought that's what she said too, and I was like, wait, huh?
I just wanted to make sure I had that first part right.
Yeah.
Oh,
but because of their connection to Mary, like you were saying, that's why she goes.
And the other thing I never understood about the Catholic priest nun thing was the whole not being able to get married, because
that's a historical thing.
But they taught okay,
and they're married to like the faith.
They're married to God.
But originally, if you study the Catholic faith, it has nothing to do with faith.
But they taught us in my Catholic school that we're here to reproduce, create more life, bring more life into the world. And I'm like, well, then shouldn't y'all be able to get married and have children and reproduce and create more life, bring life into the world? It just seems like it was a little contradictory to what they were telling us.
Oh, Margaret.
From what I understand,
I know, right?
I was like, oh, she hit it.
Nail on the head there.
Cool.
From what I understand, and I am not Catholic, not practicing Catholic, never been practicing Catholic, but historically, from what I understand, they used to be able to marry and have children, but the problem was that they were leaving their assets to the families and to the children, and it was taking from the church. And that's why they instituted the idea that they were not supposed to marry, so that when they died, their assets were still part of the church.
That's right up there with paying your way into heaven.
Oh my.
Like I said, I'm not a practicing Catholic. I'm not trying to offend anybody who is. That's the story that I heard. Perfectly willing to be wrong.
I never heard that story.
Woo.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. It could be true. I was never taught that.
I'm pre-diabetic, so.
I didn't fall off the chair, but I fell off the stream.
Yes. Catholics pray to Mary.
I just thought we needed to shift.
Guys, I got a new snack.
Old Bay seasoning.
Religion is one of those topics we're not supposed to talk about.
It's really good. Y'all got to try it.
Religion and politics.
So snacks, you know?
Snacks. I'm thinking about my sun chips that I wanted to go get, but it's too close to dinner time, so I won't do that.
I'm definitely ruining my dinner, but that's okay.
I could go make some popcorn.
I know. I love her too.
Same.
Same.
I can visit more often now that I'm no longer fully employed.
I could say that perhaps they were flawed in their reasoning behind not
Oh.
getting married, seen as though all of the things and issues with the Catholic Church, but we're not going to go there. We're switching topics.
Well, here's the thing: is I have learned that when you delve into controversial topics,
Peanut chips. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
like pineapple on pizza, for example, people have very, very strong opinions. And when you fall on one side or the other, you'll wake up the next morning with 4 less subscribers than you had the day before. And they're the non-pineapple people. So you can do with that what you will.
Mama Maggie getting us back on track. Mama Maggie coming through.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pick a shorter one this time since we're kind of. Yes, Mama
That's
Maggie.
perfect timing too, because I think I have to plug up my computer.
I know.
We never did intros today.
I know. I'm probably gonna dip because our food gets here in 8 minutes. Ricky said. So.
I wasn't here, so I had no intro.
We didn't either. We came on and JC was being down on herself. Oh, three finger. Oh, she's there. Okay. And she was being down on herself. So Gwen and I gave her the most aggressive, assertive pep talk you've ever seen.
I think she's gone again.
Oh. Nope. Here she is. She's back.
Maybe.
I got a blink.
I saw a blink. No, we're back to not blinking, which is not normal.
I do love these freeze frames of hers.
Me too. It reminds me a little bit of Ripley's Believe It or Not, like what her wax figure would be.
It makes me want to sing the song, like freeze frame.
Right. We should do freeze frame.
Hold on. Gotta get great back on track. And 3, 2, 1, go. That was our last rinse, everyone. How did we do?
I got a struggle, not to say only, but I got 150 words. Period.
Yay!
All words are good words.
Yes, all words are good words. It's like we had that talk at the beginning.
Yes, ma'am. Self-talk. Here we go.
And Gwenna gave a heck of a pep. She gave me a nice little tongue lashing. She was like, "Look, ma'am, don't you talk about yourself like that."
That's what I do.
I'm going this way. Okay.
What you
I'm
got, Tiffany?
confused. I don't know what I'm doing. There it is. Haha. Okay.
She changed backdrops.
I did. Welcome to the guest room.
I did not. Because she had to go plug up her computer.
Well, laptop. I had to go plug up my computer, but my cousin also, the guest room is where she's been working from home since COVID. And so that's where she works now. So she was working when we first got on, which is why I was in her room. And so now she's done. And so when I came to plug up the computer, then I switched rooms so she could have her room back.
Got you.
So yes, welcome to the guest room now. That's what I did. I switched rooms and then I went and accidentally gossiped with my family about some other family, which was fun.
Accidentally?
The tea. That was
I know.
Well, I was going in to tell my cousin that I was done in her room, and then they were talking, and it was new news, and I was like, "Really? What had done happened? What happened over there?"
You love good family gossip.
I love it.
And so so that was what happened. I was like, "See what happens when you stop paying attention to Facebook? You missed stuff."
Desiree, good words. Yes.
In 15 minutes, that's awesome.
Yes.
I started to heat up dinner. That was what I did during that. So I did not do any words.
Not a problem.
Halfway home, maybe a little more. No worries. My fiance is driving, not me. Okay, good.
Okay, good. Safety. I was worried about you, Nick.
Yeah.
Saying only. Yes. Yay. No saying only. Focus on swapping it out for yet. Yes.
Right.
200 words. Go ahead, Savion. Yay. For stand still. Ooh.
Awesome.
That's the name of the message. Nice. I like that message already. Haven't even heard it yet. Finished my chart with all the parent stuff, but still have a lot to develop.
I think we've talked about this. Y'all are so organized with these charts and these world building documents and all of that. So much.
Popcorn and chocolate. See, now that kind of sweet and savory I can do.
Yes. I just can't get into.
She'll do popcorn and chocolate, but not chicken.
I will not click on it. Honestly,
I have clicked on it. I
am angry about it. I feel like
I had a side that I was on at the beginning, and then I was like, well, no, I didn't have a side that I was on. I was on the fence in the beginning because I wasn't sure. And then I heard her tape, well, the tape of her that she didn't know was being recorded. And I was like, oh.
So
okay.
My feeling about the Amber Heard Johnny Depp is very similar to JC's take on chicken on pizza. I think that the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial is slowly eroding our fabric of it. Shows who we are. Like, we have the incident that happened yesterday that is absolutely
I can't even.
We have Buffalo days before that. We have just thing after thing after thing. And America, instead of focusing on that and registering people to vote, is on YouTube watching that.
Watching Johnny Depp.
Okay. In defense of myself.
You'll go vote. I'm not talking about you.
In defense of myself.
I'm talking about the rest of America.
But in defense of myself, it's not like I sought anything out. I just
YouTube is feeding it to me.
No, yeah.
I get 4 of them every day. Like, my
I can't make it stop.
No, it's every day.
We talked about this on The View last week. What they think, why people are so drawn to this Amber Heard and Depp trial, and because Sunny had a big problem. She had the same problem you did. She's like, I don't understand. We have so much going on, the war in Ukraine, this, that, and this was before what happened yesterday.
Right.
So, and she's like, I don't understand why people are focused on the Depp Heard trial. And I forgot which one of them said, I think it was Sarah that said, she said, I think people are just looking for something that's not tragic. And not to say that their trial doesn't involve a topic that is tragic, but what I'm usually looking at is the comical tones that are taken from it, the facial expressions, the the stuff that people are making fun of from the trial. That's what I'm usually looking at, and it's like people are seeing it as an escape. They, I for one, I mean, I know how this is going to sound, but I don't want to watch the war all day. It's too much for me.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I
yeah.
wouldn't-
I
And
feel like
I
that's
wouldn't
okay.
either.
That's an okay
well, I
thing
know
to
that's
say.
not what you were
Yeah.
saying, but I think what Sunny was saying is like she's glued to the TV watching all of this tragic stuff. And Sarah was like, I think some people just want an escape. So the Depp Heard trial is an escape. It's something that's not tragedy. People aren't dying, you know, all over the place. It's something that they can turn to for an escape. And I mean,
Real
Well, my
quick.
issue with the Depp Heard thing is that I feel like crazy should be with crazy, and we just too involved in they crazy. So like, let's just let them be on their own little crazy
I will
world.
say that the Depp Heard trial revealed
And there you
that
go.
sometimes we forget that men are abused too. And that's all. I'm not saying I'm not saying there wasn't mutual abuse, but
my only thing on the Depp Heard trial is you can see in Johnny's coping mechanisms to the abuse that they start to mirror that of the abuser, right? He starts to develop patterns of behavior that come off as very aggressive and very abusive in themselves. And having been in an abusive relationship with family members before, looking at how I reacted to those situations was very similar to how I think Johnny reacted to the Amber situation. And so when you start to discuss coping mechanisms in that, I think it's bringing out more of how people who are abused really do genuinely react. And it's not always pretty.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's validating, to see that, I'm not the only one where it was not pretty.
And on the tape of her, she literally says, "Yeah, I started the fights." I'm like, and she berates him for walking away from them. I'm like, oh, so you're one of those. I'm like, oh, but then I didn't know until this trial that he grew up in a home where his mother also abused his father, and I didn't know that. And it's like, oh, the things that's interesting.
Having worked at a law firm for a number of years, I saw lots of things about the clients' lives that none of us knew until the defense attorney got that ready for trial.
Yeah, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Not to say one thing or the other. I just, when I see a
right,
fall down so hard on one side or the other, I usually try to like devil's advocate it back to like, well, let's just remember.
Yeah. Well, everyone has something that we don't know about. It's an escape. When I
get it.
I haven't watched the actual.
It's interesting that the escape is literally watching two abusive people fight in court over their stuff. Like it's like watching. It's like
the actual trial though.
It's like the Hunger Games coming to life.
I watched the clips that people edited of the trial where they put this like comical music. They put this comical music to it and had all of Depp's reactions to some of the stuff and her facial expressions. And one of the clips had said, "This is her face when she forgot the camera was on her." And I was like, because she was crying, and then I guess she forgot the camera was on her and she was smiling. And I was like, oh. Okay, that's interesting. I haven't actually watched the actual trial.
If you want a good laugh, see Jason Momoa's testimony.
Oh,
it's just a good chuckle.
He testified? See,
you see how
really?
It's just a good chuckle.
Still refuse to click on it.
Just a chuckle.
I won't click on it just because I'm like, if I'm not clicking on it,
I don't want them to
shows
search
up 5 times.
Exactly.
I click on it.
That'll be all I get.
That's why it's getting served to me because I clicked on the edited reels for the trial.
Yeah,
no. I'm like, I can't.
You click it once and it just feeds it to you.
Of my feed of 8 today, 3 of them were, one of them was a live feed, one of them was a reaction, and one of them was, granted, I watched this channel, but a lawyer who like does a channel about like responding to all trials. I got into her because Free Britney. I don't know. But anyway, she popped up for me because she's doing like commentary on it. I was like, oh, I love you, but I'm not going to click on this because I'm not going to.
I'm just wondering when it's going to end. It's like going on forever. And I'm just like, How long is the defamation trial supposed to last?
I think they got like one more week.
I will say, in the beginning, I thought he had no chance of winning, and now I'm just like, maybe he does, because she's clearly committed perjury a few times. Just
This conversation, I'm here for it. This is why I love these sprints with you and
Jason.
everything, JC. It's
But
so
I'm
good.
still not clicking. I'm already getting 3 to 4 without clicking. You're getting 3 to 4 without clicking at all? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Sorry.
Maybe you're hovering too long on the page. I find that when I'm on the YouTube app on my phone, if I hover on something too long, like
it'll register as you watch
autoplay.
Yeah,
and then
because when I hover, then it's all of a sudden in my history as I watched it, and I'm like, I didn't watch it. I just hovered.
Yes. So it's a new feature of YouTube. When you're scrolling in the app, if it starts to play, you know how it'll start to play the video in the app, that counts as a view. And it's hurting those of us that are users, like content creators, because if someone skips past it and doesn't watch the video, that's what they count as the watch time.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That wasn't a YouTube. They do an email once a month, and that came out back in January. And I was like, oh, that's going to hurt all of us.
Yeah, good to know.
I know. Sorry, I was yelling at him because I forgot to mute. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to go, so I guess we should.
No, that's okay. We were ordering something for tomorrow. So
we have covered a lot today.
Key lime pie or chocolate mousse cake? We're trying to decide.
Chocolate mousse cake.
Well, maybe the way to rectify the hovering thing is if you don't have autoplay on, or is that an option? Can you?
Oh, I bet you're right. I bet it's autoplay. But there's something about the app; it does it anyway. Like when you're in the, you know how when you're in your subscription fee, it may not be not on iPhone too, because I'm an iPhone, so maybe it's an iPhone feature. But an iPhone, when you're in subscribe, it'll start to.
Oh, I have an Android and it does the same.
Oh, it does. Okay, I didn't know if it was.
Yeah, I have an Android too, and it does that too. All I gotta do is hover. Key lime pie. Someone said.
No.
There we go with the first answer. No. So.
I said chocolate mousse.
No, you're on screen with me. We don't count. Like we pull the audience. We're not the audience. Like I love that. You're like, I said chocolate mousse. Well, I know.
Oh, she said.
Wait.
Not. She said it does not affect the hover play thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay. I was trying to think which one to take for the weekend. So I'm not making either, by the way.
Said chocolate mousse, but I clicked on the key lime first. Sorry, Nick. Browser tab, not my phone.
Yeah. Same.
I just checked it now. It's more. I can't with yesterday. And then Ted Cruz, I can't. We shouldn't get into politics.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any of that. I've gotten the weirdest stuff lately. But it's always
when I go what Ted Cruz said about it.
I did. I
being politicized already. I'm like, when is enough?
Honestly, he'd say that if I had something to say about people with small penises. So sit down. We don't care what you have to say.
I love what Steve Kerr had to say. When Golden State Warriors coach. He's like, it's pathetic. He called them pathetic. He called them out. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, more of that. More of all of that energy. I keep getting so I've been doing some research for a video idea in the future. And you know how when you do that, if you don't do it on a screen that you're not logged into, then it serves you that up over and over and over. So it's always when I research the weird stuff that then I'm like, you forgot to log out because now you're logging in and all you get is shit.
Which is I just hate how Facebook suddenly I type one thing in Google and Facebook is all of a sudden popping up ads for this, that, and that. I'm like, I didn't even type it in Facebook. I typed it on Google. Really?
They listen to
selling your data left and right.
Stop listening to me. The man.
Have you seen the John Oliver piece on selling data?
No.
Blackmailing Congress?
I probably don't want to. Or wait, maybe I would do.
Where is it? Netflix? Is it on Netflix?
It's on HBO Max. Basically, he bought the data for everybody living in the DC area who was probably over a certain age and also looking up Ted Cruz porn. And 3 or 4 different people popped up who are most likely representatives in Congress. And now he's using it as blackmail to get them to pass a law that would limit the data sharing.
Oh,
it's good stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But who wants to look at Ted Cruz porn? Never mind.
It was fan fiction.
Listen, no. Here's something
I
really
mean, he's married, so somebody had to love him.
Here, well, don't.
We're not going to.
But here's something terrifying. I was reading about, because I do my Apple News for 2 hours in the morning. 2 days ago, there was an article about a new thing. There's this face swap feature. It's like software, and something that's becoming popular in pornography on some sites is people being able to swap out like our face if they had my face and could put it on a body and upload the video. So like a deep fake is what it's called. But it's getting better to where you can do it now. So they were talking about how it will impact like revenge porn. And I was like, oh, that's not cool.
Eventually they're going to have to stop discriminating against people in the sex industry. But well, eventually
one day they'll get there. One day.
Too many people make deep fakes of Congress members, and we'll get there.
Maybe.
You can't tell the difference.
You make it sound like they'll have to make fakes of people in Congress.
That's true.
Yeah.
How did we go? So let's just take the arc of tonight's show. So we opened with JC needed a pep talk. Yes. Then we went deep into dinner, like far into dinner mode. Then we hit on air fryers and kitchen appliances.
Don't forget the religion talk.
Oh,
yes,
that
we
was
hit religion
horrible.
tonight. We hit religion and politics.
JC and Savion came for the Catholics. After JC went for chicken on pizza and pineapple on pizza. Whew, it's been a night.
And chicken and waffles. You can't forget that.
Oh, chicken and waffles.
I'm still offended.
We come full circle, and then we ended on deep.
Hawthorne told us what's really happening. Then he walked it back, though, Nia. He walked it back, but we know.
Wait, Hawthorne, who are we talking? Oh, wait,
Madison Hawthorne, who just got unseated.
Can I just say, like,
and then Doug Perdue, who's the former guy.
When I think about the Madison Cawthorn situation, I think about Mitch McConnell and Chuck Grassley's 90-year-old balls. And I think, that's a no. That's a no.
I don't know if that was who he was talking about when he was talking about.
That's all I saw. When he was talking about it, that's all I saw. I thought, whoops.
I wasn't even thinking about, Barry, why'd you have to do that to me?
Listen, I do not know how we got here. It started out so innocently.
It did not start out innocent. Not with you.
I can get us back on food. I'm texting my cousin what to get for
another glorious stream.
Yeah.
For the mountains, and we're talking pork chops.
It's us.
We're talking pork chops, ribs, and salmon.
We are the dream team.
It's an image you won't get out of your mind.
Please tell me how he keeps getting reelected. I don't understand. His state is like the worst. Like poverty. Like, oh my God. How does he keep getting reelected? Okay. Yes, Barrett.
If you want to give me full screen, I can answer it.
I don't even know how to.
He said on the basis of full screen.
What do I do? I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
On the picture of me on the bottom, there is a little screen to the top left. Click it. A little gray box.
There we go.
There you are.
Casual racism.
But is it casual though? I think
not.
I feel like in parts of Kentucky it is. And having been born there, I can tell you it is too casual for your own comfort.
Wait a minute, I feel like the only thing that would have been better is if he'd have done that, like name that tune, like I can tell you in 2 words.
Let's sound it out.
I mean, okay, so basically people aren't voting based on their living conditions or any of, but
the giveaway was the governor of Kentucky when there was a real threat to the healthcare in the state of Kentucky, a real threat that the legislature would get rid of healthcare, the ACA. Eliminate the Medicaid expansion. What happened? They threw the Republican out of office and voted in a Democrat. So when things like that happen, what I see is, no, they'll turn out when it's really impacting them. But we're about to see, because Kentucky just nominated a Democrat who probably should have been the nominee against Mitch McConnell, but we're going to get a second run at it this time. and we will see, because I
Didn't
think
he just get reelected? Doesn't he got 6
so.
more years?
Rand Paul is up this time.
Oh God, let's not even talk about that fool.
Well, he's in Kentucky too, so he's the other half of the education state. So
Oh God, that poor state.
I'm still pulling for Stacey Abrams out here in
Oh.
Georgia, but we're gonna
yes.
we're just gonna
Ricky
keep praying.
and I have her picture in our kitchen.
Do you really?
Yes, he gave
Okay,
money.
you talk about Doug
He
Purdue's
gave money to
comment
Fair
that he
Fight,
made.
and she sent a card, and he has framed it and put it in our kitchen.
I
we talk
love
about
it.
Doug Purdue's comment that he made the other day. Even though, I mean, he didn't win his primary, so it you know, it's pointless anyway. But him and his go back to where she came from. I really like. Where is it that we supposed to have come from?
My
Stacey
favorite
is like
thing,
born and
what was it?
raised Georgian.
When someone, when they were
No,
telling
she was born
the
in
women,
Michigan, I think.
Mississippi.
what was it, AOC
Okay,
and all
she's
them,
Southern
they were
enough for
like, go
me.
back where you came from. I really wanted someone to pull that Mean Girls moment when they were like, oh, we have a new girl from Africa. And the teacher turns to the one black chick, is like, welcome. And she's looking around, she's like, I'm from Detroit.
Yes.
Like,
You
I
can't just ask
wanted one
people
of
why
them
they're
to do
white.
that.
So good.
I was
In
like,
Illinois.
please.
Oh wow.
You know, it's really all down to gerrymandering.
Yep. Well, and here's and this is what I wanted, because here's the thing. My husband's family is from that part of the state, the southern part of the state. And what I would say is this: what I want to say to, and not just them, but the people that think that way, that Chicago's all of the evils in the world. I want to say, now, where would your state's GDP be without Chicago? Explain to me how any of y'all would have, like, I don't know, a retirement system for your little podunk counties without Chicago. Make it make sense. But I can't.
Oh my God! Did
actually,
you guys hear about the was it Oklahoma?
Oh, I can't even get on Oklahoma.
Listen, I've been watching your governor like with bated breath. We're up here like, do not give Missouri's governor.
My sister lives in Oklahoma. She keeps trying to get me to move out there, and I'm like, oh yeah, not with your governor. Oh God, no.
No.
I'm like, the I can't even, the law that they just. I'm like,
wait, I'm sorry.
Which one? Which comment?
This
There's
one.
no tax on gas, right? Well, but it could be, because gas is like ridiculous in Illinois.
I mean, right now,
not as crazy as California, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the abortion law that he just put in place.
Yeah, the abortion law is what I was talking about.
I mean, we have
basically said at conception, and I'm just like,
we'll adopt you. Although Missouri's not any better. Let me just tell you.
I just want to know why men get to dictate what women do with their bodies. Can we dictate what men do with theirs? Can we make them get a vasectomy?
Because women aren't people. You didn't know that, JC?
Apparently not. I mean, oh, and look, here's what on the
no, Barrett, don't hide. We know it's
no, I'm not. I know
on the view, Sarah Haynes on the view, she made a classic comment the other day on the view. She said, no, was it her? No, I'm sorry. It was a meme that I saw, and it said something about women can go have sex with 100 men and only have one child. Men can go have sex with 100 women and have 100 children. And who's the one whose body should be governed? And doesn't the pregnancy start with the man? Can we make them like?
Well, I was reading some stuff about how it's mostly about making sure that we have a replacement population. Since our population numbers are declining, they need to have people to continue the economic growth and to continue to live in poor economic conditions so that the wealth can maintain their wealth generation over generation.
Tiffany's just eating chips like,
I know, right? I was like, girl, is that chips or popcorn? Are we back at it again with the popcorn?
But
it's like chips, because I don't have time to make popcorn, but this is some good tea. So therefore, I'm like, let me get some.
I care about the life of the unborn fetus until the baby gets here. And then y'all don't care about the maternity leave that mama needs to go.
And that's exactly why.
Hold up.
It's about trapping people in poverty.
Just voted against the bill to help bring baby formula so that women can get baby formula for their infants who they claim to care so much about.
Drop down to Eva. 826. Drop down to Eva. We must eat them? Yes, ma'am. I am here for it. Yes, ma'am. Slice me off a piece of basil's ham. Okay, that's what I want. A little bit of musk salami. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
He can keep his salami.
Oh.
Just saying. My girl. My girl.
I'm going to air my live stream for the replay.
Yes. Here we go. We are solving problems today. There isn't. I don't need a whole lot more. That whole argument is silly after the formula situation, but it's more than that. I mean, it's other things. It's cutting welfare programs. It's cutting WIC. It's making sure we don't have a living wage. It's lots of things that are, that, like Gwenna said, are aimed and headed at one direction. But nothing crystallizes it even. Nothing crystallizes it even more than 19 kids getting killed in a school yesterday, and nobody has anything to say other than like some thoughts and prayers. And I'm like, I want you to take the thought and stick it in your urethra.
What he said. I can't even say it any better than that.
Preach it.
Our government is saying. And my thing with the gun law, I shared something on Facebook today and said I want to live in a country that cares more about the children than the guns. I just, can we care more about the kids than y'all precious guns? Like, no one's trying to take y'all guns away from you. Just make it harder for an 18-year-old who should not be able to get a gun.
Well, that was the original big lie, right? The original big lie was that people would take your guns away, which would never happen. That's ridiculous. It would be impossible.
My father and I, when I went down to Savannah to visit him, that was his approach. It was that they're trying to take my guns away. They're trying to take my right. And I had to sit him down and I had to say, listen, they're not. Because if they were, what you'd have to do is pass a mental health check, right? You would not be able to be a domestic abuser, and you would not be able to do it if you were mentally ill, right? Like, those are just, as someone with depression, I shouldn't be allowed to have guns, period.
I missed this comment.
And he's like, well, you have to do all these things now. I'm like, no, they don't. You know why? Because cops still have guns. And most of cops are abusers. And most of cops are narcissists.
Go on, Gwen, tell it. Preach, Gwen. I'm sorry.
I had to get a big
shut him up real quick. Because the only thing he hates more than people trying to take his guns are cops. And that's honest. Like, it shut him up.
Well,
Desiree's. There is no. I will never understand the reason. I will never understand the reason. And there are friends of mine from like growing up who say this stuff on Facebook. That's part of the reason I don't even get on Facebook. It's a cesspool of like the worst and the people I know. And they are adamant about those guys. I'm going to keep my ARs. And they've got one of my friends, actually, her Christmas card 2 years ago had children under 8. Everyone's holding a gun in this photo. And I'm like, now, granted, her dad was a state rep and then a senator Republican. However, like, in what alternate universe? Like, when did you switch from normal person that like we danced around to Disney movies together to now you're doing like Christmas cards with guns with your children?
Right.
Like, I don't even have them, but I'm pretty sure they shouldn't hold guns.
But Jenna's comment: no other country has this problem.
Yeah.
No, and the reason for that is they don't allow just anybody to have guns. I don't know if it's Richard isn't here, so he can't correct me. I don't know if it's the UK. I know New Zealand. I don't think they don't allow anyone who's not in a profession to carry guns.
New Zealand acted like that after that shooting at the synagogue, like that. Lightning speed changed that law. She was just on David Letterman or someone this week talking about it too. The prime minister from there.
And I'm like,
but have you noticed that there's a lot of countries that things happen and they act way faster because it's like, it's not a political, economic, who's doing this, who's got this, who wants this, who wants that type of conversation. It's just like, how do we solve this situation? And then everybody's like, yes, let's figure it out. As opposed to us, it's like, well, I don't know. What about my side? What about that side? I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to lose any constituents, but I want to be there for you. But I'm not quite sure how I can because I can't do this because I promised this person that. Like, come on.
Yeah.
If you got
issue
into
in America is-
politics solely for the power, then you're doing it for the wrong reason anyway.
Well, most of them do. So
I mean, I know, but there are a few.
The real
few
issue
now.
here is that these dead kids are not hitting corporate profits. And the minute that dead kids affect corporate profits,
through
there's
lawsuits,
going to be a change.
Yeah, through
But-
lawsuits, which, by the way, with the Supreme Court will never happen. So,
oh my God, we can't even get on the.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot
We've
of bad
been on
things.
this for 30 minutes, though.
But this all goes back to the same thing.
Till
and
next stream.
It's all about power and control. And the most important thing is to go out and vote, and definitely help get 4 or 5 of your friends to vote. We need people to turn out in this election the same way they do in presidential elections. It's really, really, really important.
Please vote. And local elections are just as important, sometimes more important than the presidential election, because then you have a whole bunch of
elections. You choose your electors, and the electors are the ones that choose the president. Like it or not, it is not a popular vote.
Well, and do me this favor as well. Like, if you're talking to a friend and they say something like, I have thoughts on this, and I have thoughts on this. But again, we're going to get really long-winded.
Because Mitch McConnell should not have been in Senate for 30-something years. I'm sorry. There needs to be a limit. But go ahead, Barrett. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nancy Pelosi's been there a long time, too. It's like both sides.
You know what?
But
Nancy Pelosi isn't trying to stop democracy. But you should also go ahead.
Yeah.
They both need shit. Continue.
What Jenna said would make the biggest difference in the entire world. Both of those things.
Yep.
Both of those things.
Now, see, here's why I can. I'm not saying we shouldn't get rid of the filibuster, but I understand why Biden was hesitant to get rid of the filibuster. Because
you don't have to get rid of it. Change the rules. Make them stand and talk. Go back to the original rules. When you want to filibuster, you stand and talk. You cannot sit down.
Joe Manchin is in the way.
Think Wendy Davis. Think Wendy Davis down in Texas, standing up for abortion rights. 10 years ago now? So that's exactly what needs to happen. And then there's so many more things we can talk about. But get people to vote. It's really, really important. And when they try to tell you that, but I'm a Republican for economic issues, we're past that point. Now we're starting to say it's not about economic issues. You down with that great replacement theory? Is that you? Is that what you're about? Is that what you believe in? Because you don't get to pick and choose what it's going to be. Are you don't say gay? Is that you? Is that what you're about? Because you don't get to pick and it's not pick and choose.
Right.
That's not what this is about. So it's time we start getting as aggressive as that side's been for a long time with abortion, except we need to do it with all their crazy and start saying, so which is it? What are you in for? So if it's the taxes, what else is it? The white supremacy, like the transphobia, homophobia, what else you got? What else you're loving on? Oh no, it's not that, Barrett. Really? Well, then what is it? Why are you voting that way? Why do you think
he's passionate because his camera's shaking?
Oh, it's because of my desk when I pick my hands down.
But you are passionate.
But that's what it is. We have to have those tough conversations, and we have to hold the mirror up to our friends and the people around us and say, your taxes aren't more important than someone's freedom, than someone's life, than than police reform, than things that really prison reform, hell, the drug war,
voting rights.
We're not even
able to vote.
And I'm not even started on healthcare.
Here's the problem. If we do all that, and this may not be a popular opinion, but then we'd actually have an actual free country.
Yeah.
And God forbid everybody be on an equal playing level.
No, I agree. I
agree. That's why that is why to stop.
I agree.
Every time.
Yeah.
And it's the people that look like Gwen and I that are the problem, right? And so it takes the people that look like Gwen and I to talk to the people that look like Gwen and I and say things like, so which part are you down with? Because we're the ones holding it back.
Do you see that guy on TikTok who's always like, ways I test the waters when meeting new people? And he's always bringing up politics, but like giving a funny face after to make sure that they're answering the right way. I feel like that's me. Like if I catch a hint, just a sniff of someone going on a conservative path, I'm like, oh, nope, we're out of this conversation, or I'm correcting you right now. Are we going to throw hands in the middle of a Walmart? We might. I can be that white trash.
We might.
Wait a minute. Are you actually throwing hands, Gwen, up, or you got your phone out and you're like, don't
write an email. And the subject line is, I almost
my
threw
letter.
him.
When
Don't make me text you. I will text the heck out of you, woman.
that's the Virgo
On
in me,
Twitter-
man. You get
on
the
Twitter
Leo in me
earlier,
riled up too far.
On Twitter earlier, Ashley B. Pedigo, she was, I think she was over there calling some
She was.
because she said Ted Cruz's voicemail is full. And who's the other one she named?
John Cornyn.
John Cornyn. Yeah, I was like, okay, yes, go ahead, Ashley. I love Ashley. Okay,
Me too.
we need to have her on here.
And then, by the way, this isn't about, and I want to be really clear about this. This isn't about political differences. I grew up in politics. My family's Democratic politics, but I have lots of friends that are Republicans. Here's the thing. This election and the next one are not about that anymore. We crossed the regular election threshold back on January 6th, 2021, when we tried to overthrow the government. That's when we left like Normalville and went to flipping crazy town. So exactly, Eva. That's what I was thinking. I was like, she's going to take her hoops off.
Oh, my earrings.
But
Y'all
the
never
next
seen
two
me on
are
the martial
not-
arts mat.
Now that really does need to be on a shirt. Hold my
Yes.
earrings. I need to write an email.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna show my husband.
But
that
it would
he's
more
gonna
be
gag.
like, hold my rings. I gotta write an email.
Right. But
Hilarious.
what Nia is saying there is important because that is the undercurrent. And she said it earlier, follow the money. The people that are pulling the strings here could give a flip about any of the issues we're worried about. They're not. They're too rich.
No.
They're too insulated to care. So we really have to vote and turn out over and over and over until Citizens United is turned around, until some of these laws that have just gone cuckoo, we got to rein this thing in because we're
I also think we
very
have to bring up the laws because there are laws that people don't even know are still there.
Oh no, I know. I was having a I had to call up some gay friends who voted for some Republicans, and we had to have a little talk when I saw that leaked decision, and they were like, "I told you Roe v. Wade didn't impact us." I'm like, "Really, girl?" Because I'm looking at our marriage right here on page 36, and I'm looking at sodomy laws, which, by the way, Missouri has. So the moment that goes down, Missouri is going to be a state where my neighbor can call and say that because Ricky and I are married, we probably consummated our marriage. We could be arrested. So really, that's not true. I'm sorry, you're a hairdresser? Let's talk about the law because you need to go talk to somebody who knows about the law. I'll also say this. If you're talking to someone and they're arguing that taxes are their issue, ask them if they make more than $144,000 a year. If they do not, then I don't want to hear it about your taxes because none of the tax cuts they're giving to people are helping you anyway. That's the dollar amount, by the way, when you stop paying Social Security. So this isn't a humble brag thing, but for example, my mom, who makes a lot of money doing what she does, she stops paying Social Security taxes in August, y'all. Why? She's still making income the rest of the year, but she makes more than $144,000 a year. So there's a point where that taps out. Explain to me why we're talking about how Social Security doesn't have enough money. Really? If those people who are making more than $144,000 a year were paying that Social Security tax year round, we would not have to worry about that Social Security money at all, friends. So follow the money. It all comes back to money. Vote.
Yeah, you see what Nia said, Barrett?
No. Yes, no. Oh, I know, Nia. No, I know. Now, thankfully, they didn't cite that case, Loving versus Virginia, in that. However, the 14th Amendment did Loving versus Virginia and protected that. And Loving versus Virginia was one of the cases used in Oberfell, which made my marriage happen. And the sodomy law fall.
I've heard someone mention Loving versus
Canada.
Virginia recently.
It wasn't in the draft. He didn't mention it in the draft opinion in the precedents, in overturning the precedents. But again, that doesn't mean anything. I mean,
of course, their access to birth control will go. They want us to keep popping out baby after baby after baby. Yeah. I don't give a damn about taking care of them. But anyway,
right there with you, Nia.
We talked about religion, politics. What else?
Everything. And it's all on the open table tonight.
Space billionaires. I'm so tired of seeing the news makes it worse too because y'all want to sit there and show them going to space all day like it's some big. Glamorous. I know going to space is a big deal. I guess if you're an astronaut, not if you're Jeff Bezos or Richard Branson or Elon Musk. You're some millionaire. I don't care if you go to space. You're not even trained for this. Do something good with your money. Are you kidding me? You can't think of something else to do with your damn money than go to space? Really? Is your ego that? Never mind.
We know it is. It's the entitlement for me.
Yep.
Is that it? You're like, it's the entitlement.
The entitlement.
I concur.
He over here buying.
It's
Elon Musk over here bitching about buying Twitter. Homelessness, poverty. Like, you could put a dent in it and still
salami.
That fool went to the UN and ran his mouth about how he was going to end world hunger. They gave him a number, which, by the way, was about a third of what he's going to pay for Twitter. And
Nia said we talked about all of the don't talked about the entire time. We don't talk about Bruno. No, we don't talk about Bruno.
It had to happen eventually with the four of us here.
I know. We have good chats. Yeah. Middle class. Look at the middle class gap, homeless crisis. And then the veterans, too, because they care so much about veterans. I see so many homeless veterans.
I love Tiffany's like.
I mean, it was sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Like, I have way too many veterans in my family. I'm like,
it was sarcasm. I'm like, but I just like.
I have a friend who she was a school teacher, had to be taken off of work because she has a chronic illness, and she developed it while in the military, fighting during both the Persian Gulf and the war on Iraq. And it still took 11 years for her to get her VA benefits.
That's a shame. That's ridiculous.
And two lawyers.
The wrong people in Congress.
2 lawyers.
If you
I'm
know
sure she just had all the
going
money in
through
the
that now,
world to shell out for.
Right. And not only that, but they were like, because they were like, you can't even do a part-time job during this time because you never know who's going to be watching you. And if somebody watches, that's case for them not to give you your benefits.
Right.
So she had to figure it all out for 11 years.
That's another reason to make sure you're
While
doing
still
your
trying
voting
to
right
get
now.
healthcare.
Because as soon as your VA benefits have any issues with that, you're supposed to call your Congress people. That is literally your Congress people are supposed to be the ones to help you get your VA benefits. Yes. And if you don't know who you're voting in,
we gotta care first. When we got idiots like Ted Cruz and Rand Paul and I just Josh Hawley. Oh God.
Y'all get me real riled for 8:40 at night.
Awful man. Awful man.
She may have to write an email, y'all.
Okay, so
we may get an email after this stream ends.
We're gonna rain this. We're gonna get back on the train track, and bring it to a close. I think. Wait a minute, let me see what Nia's comment says. Fell down the rabbit hole of working homeless who can't afford rent in southern cities because rent's rising faster than. Yes, there.
I mean, speak on it.
Atlanta
rent is going up. We're coming out of COVID. Yep. We're coming out of COVID where people couldn't even pay rent, and they're driving the rent prices up. I'm like, it's ridiculous.
So I am not at all advocating for the higher rents, but I'm going to explain why it's happening really, really quickly. All of the apartment buildings that are loans, a lot of them are adjustable for commercial loans, and so as the interest rates rise, their profit margins get squeezed. And yes, we're going to see that. It's horrible. We're going to see more of it. But sorry, Sophia.
I'm so sorry.
Bless you.
I love the gluten-free cookies and tea.
I know.
Oh, you had to calm yourself. Fun chest. Bye, Eva.
Fun
Eva. Bless you.
Okay. I guess that's our cue.
Yeah, everybody's like, bye, y'all.
Oh yeah, I am. My stomach just told me to tell you bye. It says it's hungry.
I could really go for them biscuits right now.
Oh, biscuits!
Somebody's got biscuits.
Not what I'm having, but
Nick,
I'm making biscuits and gravy for dinner.
I've having issues with Florida since 2000. Y'all messed
Florida
up that
and
first election I voted in, and since then you've been doing this ever since. And I'm just like, help, Florida, pray for Florida.
And Def Santis. That's what Sonny on The View calls him, Def Santis. Tons of profits. Tons of profits.
All right.
Should we do outros?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was about to go off into another tangent, but yes. Gwynna knows how to rank, get us back on track.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yes.
You and me?
Yeah. I'm just going to start
with me.
I'm pointing the wrong. Yeah, I'm going to get this right.
Hi, my name is Barrett Laurie. Over on my channel, I talk about my journey to traditional publishing. I write stories about ordinary queer kids living extraordinary lives. I host Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month. I'm 1/4 of AuthorTubers React over on Nia the Vixen of Fiction's channel. And I also show up here with JC about once a week to do sprints and talk all kinds of nonsense with you all. My name is Barrett Laurie, and I approve this message, so get out there and go vote.
In one breath.
I know.
He does so good with that.
He does so good.
Before I end up writing an email.
Okay, Gwenna, you really have to make a shirt now.
I mean, come on.
My first piece of merch.
Before her channel even kicks off. Look.
I know, right?
I'm going to die if she gets the intro. Like, she gets one of those animated intros like Nia's where they like take the hoops off and start typing.
Oh,
I should do that.
Yes.
Barrett.
I will be sitting on the side eating popcorn.
I'm taking it. We're running with that.
Yes,
Do
take
it.
that out. Oh, yes, please. Okay, sorry, Gwenna's outro. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. My name is Gwenna. You can find me everywhere. Gwenna the Winner. I have yet to launch my YouTube channel. I'm building content first. You can find me here no later than July 1st. I am looking forward to diving more into the AuthorTube community as I am shooting for both traditional and self-publishing. So look out for me and Tiff all you. Tiff.
Hello, everybody. I am Tiffany, TRL Russ Lifestyle. I was like, what's my name? I'm on vacation. That's all I got. TLR Russ Lifestyle on all of the interwebs. I am in the process of editing my debut novel. I do live streams, PJs, and scribbles on my channel. We will not be there Thursday, but we will be back next Thursday because I will be in the mountains. So there you go. And I look forward to all of these sprints whenever I can be here because they're always fun. And I will probably be better when I get back to home because at least then I don't have to calculate time differences, which is why I'm never here when it first starts.
Better late than never.
That was a lovely surprise.
I'm generally the girl with the popcorn or the chips, and you can find me.
And she has a great podcast.
And I do have a great podcast, This Great Life. My Mother's Day episode is still up, and next week will be kind of my ode to those who graduated, based off of some conversations with my cousin. How to find your path when you don't know where you're going.
Oh,
I love that.
Oh, and Say Anything will be up, the full thing, tomorrow on my KoFi page. So tomorrow the last part will release. So go check it out.
So proud of you.
And Barrett, did you mention CGL? Okay.
I did.
Let's see it.
Okay, you did. Oh, he went so fast, I just didn't hear it. And I am author JC Carp. Oh my gosh. I'm JC, author JC Carpenter here on YouTube. I do lots of things on my channel, writerly things, writers vlogs, live streams on Wednesdays, and a bunch of other stuff. I have a blog. I have an online magazine. I have store with merch, and I have a KoFi page. And with that, thank you for joining us this evening on our sometimes on the track, sometimes off the track train ride. And with that, we'll hopefully see you guys next week. Bye.